Hey, it's autotips.ca coming to you live with another video. Today we're going to be dealing with some engine codes that came up on this 2012 Nissan Rogue. The code is P0101, so that's a mass airflow sensor. So that's what we're going to be tackling. So P011, it usually translates to range, being the circuit for the performance of the mass airflow sensor is being out of range. So usually the mass airflow sensor might not be the problem, but something that relates into that. So what the mass airflow sensor is, it measures the air density. Sorry with all that noise going on. So it measures the air density as air going through here, you know, like as the air coming in. So it measures how much airflow is going through, so that way it can calculate out the fuel ratio, you know. So the mass airflow sensor on this car is over here. Just grab a light here. So this is the sensor here, okay. If you have an opening somewhere here, it can affect it. But if you have a vacuum leak, like a hose like this, or a hose over here is leaking, it can affect it because all the air has to come through here. So any air that comes after the mass airflow sensor obviously is not going to be read by the sensor, so it can affect the performance. So always the air from the mass airflow sensor all the way to the upper intake has to be sealed. That includes the vacuum or any stuff, you know, like that would be left undone, like this part here, which links it to your crankcase. You know, this one goes into your valve cover, where the crankcase, it comes back and reburns it to your intake. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be troubleshooting what's causing this. So simple stuff that we're gonna start with is the number one should be starting with air filter and maybe cleaning the sensor itself, because usually the sensor doesn't go bad. That's why it's giving us the code for the range being off, you know. But the cheapest way to go on that is first try to see if we can clean up the actual sensor or the air filter, or eliminate other issues. Okay, let's do this now. Okay, so this air filter is horrible. We have a new one that we're gonna be putting in. This is much cleaner. We're gonna put that. So you always make sure you put it the right way where it's supposed to be going. But I decided to take this sensor out. The sensor is over here, just to see what the condition of the sensor is. I'll show you guys. It was a lot easier just to get to the sensor. So there's these little sensor screws here, and the sensor is actually over here, over here. So what we're looking at is down here where there is electrical stuff. So once the air hits over here, that's when the computer, it generates certain volts, and then it shows how much air is going through, so it can adjust for the fuel ratio, you know. As we discussed it before, the fuel ratio is supposed to be 14.7 to 1 for an optimal combustion to happen, for the fuel burning happen. So I'm gonna clean up these two. I'm gonna use some mass airflow sensor cleaner. So, and then we're gonna put, like I said, a new air filter, which is much better than we have like this. Definitely this car was choked. Just want it to dry a little bit. While this is drying, we can put the filter. We get the filter over here, and as soon as this is nice and dry, we're just gonna pull this back a little bit. So as you can see, this is what we're tightening here. By just changing that a little bit, even your fuel economy should really improve. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the check engine light. I'm just gonna turn the ignition on, and we're gonna race it. Ignition is on, so I'll go back. I'm gonna clear the code. Continue. So the code is gone. If we go codes again, no codes present. You could tell, like, especially if you're used to the car, like the idle was up and down because the master flow sensor was not given the right message to the computer, so they couldn't compensate for the fuel ratio, stuff like that. And by changing your air filter regularly, you can definitely improve your fuel economy too. And by cleaning or maintaining your air flow meter, which is the mass airflow sensor, that's all bonus to keep up your engine operating properly. High Tech is all about bringing you guys fresh videos, fresh information on how to keep up with those new engines and how the sensors perform and all that. So always stay locked with autotips.ca. Subscribe to the channel, YouTube, and we're gonna bring you guys fresh videos every week. Peace.